Busan is the best Asian horror film so far. It proves one thing very clearly: zombies are no longer a Western monopoly. For a long time, zombie films belonged almost entirely to Hollywood. They were filled with large-scale destruction, lone heroes, and grand narratives about saving humanity. The genre was loud, masculine, and often obsessed with survival as victory. Train to Busan takes that familiar framework and completely reshapes it. Korean filmmakers once again demonstrate their exceptional storytelling ability and their talent for borrowing global genres while rebuilding them with local meaning. At first glance, Train to Busan looks like a typical zombie movie. Every classic element is present. There is a closed space. There is a sudden outbreak, infection spreads fast, people run, fight, hide, and sacrifice. There are clever survival strategies, moments of panic, and repeated confrontations with death. Films like The Walking Dead or Shaun of the Dead have used all of these tropes before. But this film does something fundamentally different. Train to Busan is a zombie film that belongs unmistakably to Asia. Instead of focusing on heroic individuals, the story centers on relationships. Family bonds.
우리 수환이 오늘 생일인데. 걱정하지 마. 아빠가 엄마한테 꼭 데려다 줄게.
아빠는 안 무서워요?
Social responsibility. And moral obligation drive the plot forward. Characters are constantly forced to choose between personal survival and collective responsibility. In Asian societies, these dilemmas feel painfully familiar. The film is filled with ideas that resonate deeply in East Asia: respect for elders, parental guilt, social hierarchy, moral cause and consequence, and the weight of selfish decisions. There is no Hollywood-style savior here. No one is trying to rescue the world. The characters are ordinary people, trapped on a train, trying to protect children, parents, spouses, or even strangers. Survival is never framed as a triumph, it always comes at a cost. What makes the horror even more powerful is that fear is never the only emotion. The zombies are terrifying, but the real pain comes from watching people fail each other. Cowardice spreads just as fast as the infection. Doors are closed. Hands are pulled away. The film repeatedly asks a quiet but uncomfortable question. When fear takes control, what kind of person remains? This is also a rare zombie film that dares to be emotionally devastating. By the end, fear alone is no longer enough. Grief takes over. Loss becomes unavoidable. The final moments are not loud or spectacular. They are small, intimate, and deeply human. A simple father-daughter exchange carries more emotional weight than any explosion. The horror lingers not because of violence but because of regret. The film's emotional rhythm is cruel but honest. Just when hope appears, it collapses, and when everything feels completely lost, a fragile piece of hope is left behind. This balance between despair and tenderness feels distinctly Asian. It mirrors real life more than fantasy. Train to Busan shows that horror does not need superheroes or global rescue fantasies to be powerful. Sometimes the most terrifying stories come from ordinary people facing impossible moral choices in confined spaces. That is why this film stands as a turning point.
아빠를 다시는 못 보게 될 것 같아서.
It is not just a successful zombie movie, it is proof that Asian cinema can take a global genre and transform it into something emotionally richer, morally heavier, and culturally specific.